Hello, today I'm going to make an aubergine parmigiana. So the first thing we're going to do is get a pan heating up and a good lug of olive oil put in there. Now, I've got some small onions that I'm going to thinly slice, and then we're going to get them in there to fry off. I've got a few cloves of garlic that I'm just going to thinly slice, and then as soon as these onions are nice and soft, get them added in with it. To our onions and garlic, I'm going to add some dried oregano. About a teaspoon of that goes in. I'm just going to continue cooking this out for a couple of minutes. Whilst we wait for that to cook, I've got a couple of aubergines. Pretty important in an aubergine parmigiana. So I'm going to take the green bit off, and then we're going to slice them. I'm going to go for about half a centimetre thick. But it's not a precise science. These onions are smelling lovely and sweet, so I have 2 cans of chopped tomatoes. I'm going to add them in, and then I'm going to put a little bit of water, swill these cans out, and add it as well. We want to cook this sauce down now for 20 minutes to half an hour. So I'm going to get this out of the way, and while that's cooking, we can get a griddle pan heating up for our aubergines. So I'm going to lay my aubergines out and then get some olive oil put on both sides of them. Bit of seasoning, salt, freshly ground black pepper over our aubergines, and then we can get them into the griddle pan to char. Now, I'm going to have to do these in batches. If you don't have a griddle pan, you could lay them all out onto a baking sheet and put them in the oven until they're soft as well. But this gives it a little bit more of extra flavour of the charring and will look nice as well. Not that you particularly see it when it's covered in sauce. These aubergines are looking nice, so let's get them out of the griddle pan and get rid of that. And get our tomato sauce back. Now we're going to finish this with a few things. First, a little splash of some balsamic vinegar. That's going to add a little bit of sweetness and a little bit of sharpness. And then I have a big bunch of fresh basil. I'm just going to tear in, and this will wilt down. Now, I could get the blender and whiz this up into a nice smooth puree, but I think this dish is nicer, chunky and rustic. So I'll just give this a minute to cook down. Last thing, bit of salt and pepper in there. And that is our sauce done. Now, I have an oven-proof dish and a ladle. Let's take some of our sauce and spread it out in the bottom of our dish. Then we can take our grilled aubergine and lay some bits of that over the top. Now I've got some freshly grated Parmesan cheese. That goes over. Now it's like making lasagna. We're going to continue the process of layering it up until we've used up all our ingredients. So that is that, all layered up. Now we have some breadcrumbs. This will give a lovely crunch to the top, so I don't want to be mean with them. Get those spread out nicely. Then I've got some more dried oregano. Now you could have mixed this in with the breadcrumbs, but I'm just going to scatter it over the top. And then the last thing is I have some buffalo mozzarella. I'm going to tear little lumps of that and dot it all over the top. Now I've got my oven heating up to 200 degrees C, and this is going to go in there for around half an hour until the top is golden and everything is bubbling. So I'll get this in and I will see you in about half an hour's time. Now it's been half an hour, so let's get this out and see how it looks. Oh, the sound of bubbling cheese is pretty good. Let's see if we can get some of this out. Oh, there we go. Aubergine Parmigiana. Crispy on the top, gooey and delicious in the middle. So, I'm going to go and enjoy this.